What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, T.
I'm Tasha.
And welcome to the Adventures of TNT. So this episode is going to be a little different because in these episodes, we're going to be talking about artists that we are familiar with, but we have never really listened to their music. Also, these are artists that we really can't play their music or feature it on YouTube because it will get blocked. And so in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Beatles, in which the Beatles is a highly influential band. A lot of people say that they're the greatest band of all time. Personally, I've never listened to their music. I don't know anything about them except for who was the one that had the big divorce? Was it John?
Yoko Ono?
No. It was
John Lennon?
It was the one that had the big
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. See, there you go, y'all. That's as much as we know about the Beatles.
People, that's gonna make people mad.
No, it's not, because
Yes,
that's one of the main reasons why we're doing these videos is we're going on our journey to
They was mad at me.
explore their music. Well, you know, look,
It's like I can't help that I don't know their songs.
Right,
Like
well,
what you
look,
want me to do?
exactly.
Teleport
it just
back in time and just be born a lot earlier so I can just know
Look.
all these songs.
feel free to educate us in the comment section. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and listen to the song Hey Jude, and we're going to discuss our experience with the Beatles. But as far as the full music and video reaction, that's going to be on our Patreon page. So this video will be edited so that it will be allowed on YouTube. But if you want to watch the full unedited music reaction, then go ahead and check that out. The link will be down below in the description. So anyway, so as I said, my experience with the Beatles basically is almost non-existent. By the time I was born, most of the Beatles, some of them were already had passed away. And they really didn't play the Beatles music on the radio stations that I listened to growing up.
They ain't play them at all. They ain't play them on a hip hop and R&B station.
Right, absolutely. And so the only way that we actually heard music from the Beatles was from TV commercials, movies, and things like that. And so they were a band that I was always kind of like, I wanted to know more about them, but never really took the time or had the opportunity to check out their music. And even when we started doing this reaction channel, when we wanted to explore more of their music, we come to find that it's not allowed on YouTube. So
I mean, the thing is, my parents didn't listen to the Beatles. So
Yeah.
if you ask them a Beatles song, they're not going to be able to name it or sing it.
Right, yeah.
You know, and that's just what it is.
But you know what? I think that's the case with a lot of black people, because when black folks talk about musicians and music from their parents or grandparents, what they were listening to when they were growing up, nobody ever mentions the Beatles.
No.
You know, they talk about old school R&B or old soul. You know, James Brown is a name that's always thrown in there. Even someone like Little Richard or something, but nobody ever mentioned the Beatles or any of those bands during the day.
But then you got to realize what year your parents were born.
Yeah, that too. You know?
They were like teenagers. They were barely even born when the Beatles came out.
See, but you know, usually that's how music is passed down, because if your grandparents were listening to
Right.
it, usually they would be like, "Hey, son, why don't you listen to this? You know, play this." But you know, my dad, he likes a lot of old school music, and so even for him, he grew up and he listened to Black Sabbath and he listened to
Oh, wow.
Pink Floyd, but
Okay.
he never introduced that style of music to
Right.
me,
Right.
because his excuse was he thought I wouldn't like it.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
but anyway, so anyway, let's go ahead and check out this song. This is Hey Jude.
Hey Jude,
Okay, here we
don't
go.
make it bad.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Everybody's just having fun.
Right.
You could feel the energy in the room. Like, they just seemed like they were a band that brought people together.
Yeah.
And so, this was around in the 60s.
I'm not sure. I think this may have been one of their works in the 70s.
Okay. I just love.
Oh, okay, 68.
I
Yes.
love the different faces in the audience. I love that everybody's huddled together, singing along, swaying. And I think that is a beautiful thing to see because a lot of times when you look at older videos, you don't see too much of that.
Yeah.
And I think the Beatles were kind of, even though they were from across the pond, they seemed like they just brought people together through music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a ray of sunshine. Just like that's the feeling that I get from the Beatles.
You know what? And that's what I was going to ask you. I was going to say,
Yeah.
what kind of feeling did you get while listening to
Yeah.
this song?
Yeah.
Because this did feel like a happy-go-lucky song.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like one of those songs that is the soundtrack of your life. If you were alive during this time and you heard this song and you were going through something, you can listen to this and it can put a smile on your face. And from what I picked up from the lyrics, some parts of the lyrics, because I didn't catch everything, that's what it said in there. There was something in there that said something like, if you have a chip on your shoulder, you know, don't worry about it. You know, don't walk around carrying the weight of the world
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
And that's a great message to have because it's literally telling you not to worry. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
And that's the feeling that I got from this.
Yeah.
It felt very hippie-ish.
Peace and love. Baby.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? And that's definitely a message that I can get down with because there's so much negativity in this world. And I can
yeah.
imagine during 68, there was so much going on during the time. And to have something like this come out and make people feel like
They belong.
or no
And
matter what you're going through,
it'll be okay.
everything will be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and that's why I love that we're discovering music from different times.
Yeah.
Because it really gives you a perspective of the changes that
Yeah.
were going on. It's almost looking back at history, and that's why I've said this so many times. I really wish that in school we would have studied music as an art form.
Yeah.
Because it would have made all the difference, but also made it fun too. And I think so many times, like even in school, there's just so much divisiveness in how they're teaching things. And that's not what kids need. Kids need different perspectives, but also that artwork or music that will really resonate.
Right.
And although it's from a long time ago, it doesn't mean it won't resonate with you. It's like it's really hard for me to explain.
No, yeah, but you know what? I think that you made a great point that I feel like hearing this song now, here it is, almost
2022.
Almost 50, almost 60 years later, this song, it resonates with me. And I feel like it would resonate with a lot of people. And we've just
Definitely.
explained our story and our history with the knowledge of the Beatles and not growing up listening to their music. And it's mind-blowing to me why something like this just wasn't shared amongst more people. Because if more people heard this type of music or even this song and it resonated with them, I feel like it would make people be and feel in a more positive space.
Definitely.
Because there's
I agree.
so much negativity out there.
Yeah.
Why not play more music that brings people together? And that's what this song does.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. So, guys, of course, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this song, what you were going through with the first time you've heard it, and how it was received amongst the people when it was released. We would love to know because, of course, this isn't our era. This is definitely before our time. And we kind of love going down this little rabbit hole and time machine of music.
Yeah.
So, of course, guys, leave your thoughts down below. As always, subscribe to the channel to follow our journey, and we will see you next time.
Ta-ta.
Peace.